The digital age has made photography so easy. It's almost hard to remember the days when we used to drop off rolls of film and wait for them to be developed. Nowadays, you can point, shoot, and print a picture within a matter of minutes, and you don't even need a computer. Learn how to print pictures without any hassle right now on The Whole Picture. Welcome to The Whole Picture. I'm Erin Manning. You know, digital photography is great, but one of the problems with digital photography is most people aren't able to share their images with others because they can't get the picture off their camera. And that's really a shame because it's so much fun looking at those old photo albums or going through boxes of your old family photographs, reliving moments or learning about your family history. In fact, looking through old family photographs is what inspired me to be a photographer. But with digital photography, some people might miss out on this experience. If you can't get your pictures out of your camera, or let's say you fill up your media card and you need to make space, so you have to start deleting images. Or let's say you do get the images off the camera and onto the computer, but now you just can't find them. And the worst thing that can happen is, let's say you take this media card out of your camera, and because it's so small and fragile, you might lose it or damage it, and then your pictures are gone forever. Well, that's why I think it's really important to print out all your photographs. And before you do that, it's a good idea to consider what you'll be using them for before you decide on what size you want to print them out. So let me show you some standard sizes. This is 4x6, okay? This is the standard size most people print their pictures at. It's great for sharing with friends, putting through the mail, putting in photo albums, or framing. And it's just a good standard size. Next is 5x7. And this is a little bit bigger. A lot of people frame this size. It's perfect for putting on your coffee table or on your fireplace. Just a good standard frameable size. Next is the 8x10. And this is excellent if you want to make a really strong impact with your photograph. Or let's say you have a group of people and you want to make sure that you can see everyone's face. It's great to print them up to 8x10. And this is perfect for framing and hanging on the wall. Now, I have a student, Michelle Merton, and she's on her way over here today. And she has a friend that burned some images for her onto a CD-ROM, but Michelle doesn't know how to print them out. So I promised her by the end of today, she'd learn about all sorts of different ways to print out her own images. So the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to use one of those photo kiosks that you see in the stores to print out the basic 4x6-inch prints. Next, I'll show you how to use the more advanced features on the photo kiosk. Then, you'll learn more about photo printers you can use at home, and you can make the decision as to which one is best for you. And finally, I'll teach you about internet photo printing, and that's when you just order your prints online and they ship them to you. But no matter which way you choose to print out your images, I highly recommend that you create one of these. This is called an index print, and it's basically just a catalog of all the images that are stored on your CD or your media card. And these little thumbnail pictures have a file name under each one, so it's easy to keep track of your images and you know where they are. Okay, I have a lot of equipment to set up before Michelle gets here. So until she gets here, go ahead and take a look at some other images I printed up and the reasons why I printed them up each particular size. Aren't these freckles adorable? When I took this photograph, I used an older digital camera with a lower megapixel rating, so it created a smaller file size. Now, when you have a small file, it won't be a quality print if you print it large, so I printed this picture as a 4x6. This girl was having a lot of fun. I actually printed this picture using a small photo printer, so I was only able to print it out as a 4x6. But for this shot, I knew I wanted to frame it, so I used a bigger printer and printed it out as a 5x7, the perfect size to frame. I took this picture for a mom who wanted a memento of her son's big game. Using a full-size desktop printer, I enlarged this photo to an 8x10. It was just what she wanted. You've probably seen them, but maybe you're just not quite sure how to use them. Later, I'll show you how to share your pictures without a printer. And coming up next, all the tips you need to transform those mysterious photo kiosks you see in stores into your own personalized photo lab.